Hey everyone, I want to introduce you to Sam Osama, who I've actually been with. This will be my third time around with you, around the Nile and through the skies and through the sands of Egypt. And I'm Sandy Reevy. This is Alex Reevy. We're Intention Beads, and we are planning my third trip to Egypt in September, September 13th through the 26th. No. Yeah, through the 26th. And I'm here to welcome Osama, our Egyptologist that will be with us the entire time from 13th to the 26th and beyond when some of us go to Siwa. He's the spiritual tour guide of Egypt. And welcome. You're there right now. You're at the Giza pyramids, I see.
Hey Sandy, yeah, how are you doing?
Good.
Really
Good.
super excited to see you like next September. It will be amazing to have you home as Egypt is the second home for everyone.
Hmm.
Um, and yes, of course, it's amazing evening. It's a full moon, and just behind me, all the way there are the pyramids, and Egypt is calling everyone.
Right. And what I love about our relationship and about us from the minute we land in Cairo, you have got us on a piece of paper with our names on it, and you welcome us through the visa process, through the customs, to get our baggage. You help us get cash out of the currency, and then you get us either in a taxi or take us to the hotel that we're staying at. So, and you're with us from the entire time until you say goodbye to us at the Cairo airport days, 10 days, 2 weeks later.
And Sam, I know that we've not met in person just yet, but it is really it's such an honor that you are here to help us in such a an intimate and sacred tour around Egypt and your knowledge. I've heard about it. I've also experienced a bit of it in some videos, and it's vast and it's deep, and I just want to know a little bit about what spurred your knowledge and your interest in becoming an Egyptologist.
Well, to be honest with you, in the beginning, I was not planning to be a tour guide. My main study it was only archaeology. So after this, located in the sites, there was something calling, and that was yeah, tour guiding is going to be your job. And in order to be a tour guide, you need to study 2 more years to make a diploma, and then you're going to be a tour guide. So I study Egyptology, archaeology, history, civilization, art of ancient Egypt. And then I took a Reiki course. I am a
Yeah.
Reiki healer as well. I also do some healing sound. And it's very beautiful to show Egypt from the two different perspectives and you put them together. There are some sightseeings that you can speak Egyptology language, especially in the presence of some hieroglyphics on the walls, like how it is at Valley of the Kings, some of the tombs at Saqqara. But there are many other sightseeings, especially those monolithic, those mysterious construction. You need to feel them by different senses rather than the five senses that we have them. And yeah, it's always very beautiful to meet beautiful spirits, light seekers, wisdom seekers, uh, and it's always to share love with everyone. And Egypt has this kind of magic that even the non-spiritual people, not who are doing to come to have this kind of retreats or tours intentionally and consciously, subconsciously, that we would like to work on our spiritual journey. Some people who just came here for having photos and have this kind of regular tours, different
Hmm.
than the tours that we serve. Egypt has this kind of magic to let them go completely different, completely light. Like it brings the best of you. You leave Egypt with the best version of yourself. This is how Egypt can do to you.
It's true. you know, all no kidding aside, it was not really ever on my list to run a retreat in Egypt. And I had some clients that were, oh, Sandy, let's take us to Egypt, take us to Egypt, take us to Egypt. And so when I like, okay, I'll do that, and we met up, we got this together, and wow, it's my third time in 2 years. So you're right. It has done something to me that I did not expect. In fact, you remember my awakening, my very first day of the very first trip in the King's Chamber. I got awakened. I had that frequency hit and I cried for 5 hours. In fact, you made sure we ate breakfast so that I could ground again. But and we watched many of the people have a frequency opening, a heart awakening, uh, um, something that was unexpected in several of the temples, right? We've watched everyone in their own way have their connections, and that that is stabilizing. Even though it takes you off, it brings you back down, and you know more. You know more than you did before. So, which is now why I want to go back to Egypt all the time.
And
So,
actually, in September, there will be this kind of journey where you can explore all over Egypt. Like this time, Sandy had tailored the program that we are going to explore the far south, the far north, and the far west, beginning by visiting the gift of Egypt to the whole world, the Grand Egyptian Museum, which is actually next door, 100,000 unparalleled artifacts that you are going to explore all of it. And we fly all the way to the far south to Egypt to completely different vibes, to Aswan, to routing, to the land of Isis, to the quietness, the silence. We began to explore the temples. We stayed uh, in a Nubian beautiful, yep, the same place where we have our dinner, Arocato or the White House. And you can just imagine that you are going to open your window in the morning before you're going to have your breakfast, and you will see Fila Temple is overlooking from your windows. And the other experience, which will be the highlight, is to be on a private boat. It's called the Habay. So the difference between sailing on the Nile, there are those regular big Nile cruises. Its capacity is 70 cabins, can hold like almost 140 travelers. You can imagine 140 travelers, different languages, different tradition, different customs, different vibes. But we have 10 cabins in our private boat where it's like we're staying as one family. Beautiful sunrise to watch, beautiful yoga in the morning, finishing by amazing meditation, a visit to the pyramid. We come back to the boat, integrating, and then we watch the sunset. We have sound healing. We have an amazing, beautiful party to have it on a beautiful island after barbecue. And that will be for 4 nights, 5 days. We'll start to sail from the south, from Aswan, from Fila, going sailing stops by different cities like Komombo, the Kombuzite temple, the duality, the yin and the yang.
mhm.
After that, Edfu and the Silsila Quarry. After that, we sail to Esna for these amazing astronomical scenes that you can see it on the ceiling, sailing all the way to Luxor. And from Luxor, we stay for 2 nights to explore East and West Bank, in addition to a magical sunrise. We're going to watch it while we are on a hot air balloon, like the movie Aladdin, but you're going to leave the movie, not just watch it.
Yeah, that
And
sounds magical.
then we go to Middle Egypt to end the journey by those temples by exploring the strongest and the most beautiful two temples, of course, Dandara, the Blue Temple, a temple which holds all this amazing ceiling full of constellations, full of stars, full of beacons, and the temple itself, it holds the frequency of the music, the harmony, the love, the balance inside it. Of course, it was dedicated for Hathor. And then we go to the explosion, one of the strongest temple ever, to Abydos. And then we go back to Cairo. And after we go back to Cairo, we have overnight in Cairo to finish the tour by visiting Giza pyramids. And the last 2 nights for the first part of the program, it will be to one of the hidden gems of the Western Sahara Desert,
Hmm.
Fayum Oasis, where
Hmm.
you will see that the history of this land is not only few thousands of years, but we're going to talk about 45 million years, where you will see that mermaid was a real creature and it was not a myth. I'm going to show you some of the skeletons of the mermaids there in this big open valley of the whales, and a magical evening with the stars, swimming in the magic lake, and then some part of the group they are going to end their journey
Hmm.
by Fayum Oasis,
Hmm.
and the rest are going to join us for 4 nights, 5 days to see what Oasis, where Alexander the Great made his famous journey to the Oracle Temple, all the way to the far west of Egypt, where hot springs, salt lake, just relaxing and enjoy the silence. And this will be the magical journey in Egypt.
It sounds absolutely wonderful. I
And I want to
am
just
jealous.
comment, the one night that we're staying in the desert is a full moon. So it's just like behind your head, a full moon. We'll be there for a full moon again.
In Eris,
Oh,
right?
yes. Yes, in Aries. Yes.
Well,
So
I guess I just have one question. So if anybody has a little bit of a hesitation on safety, or they really feel the calling, but it's just not there's that the hesitation or fear, what would you say to that person?
Well, I hear what you say, but I would like to say a very small thing about Egypt. And it's not only my words, but these words, you can see it in the Old Testament, the New Testament, in the Quran, in all the books, that Egypt have been always famous by its safety. Joseph, son of Jacob, he finds in Egypt the safety and it feeds all the world. Moses. So, and nowadays, let me tell you something about Egypt. In Egypt, you can walk 2 in the morning in the street and no one will bother you. And where is exactly the location of Egypt? Egypt, it's located because I hear a lot the word Middle East, Middle East, Middle East. Egypt is not located in the Middle East of anything. Its
mhm,
location on the map on the north of Africa, and it
mhm,
has a border of the north, the Mediterranean Sea, on the other side located Europe continent, and to the east located the Red Sea, and then located another continent called Asia. So Egypt is on the north of Africa, and
mhm.
uh, I don't want you to get me wrong, but Egypt is even more safe than your home.
I mean, speaking from somebody in Chicago, I don't walk by myself at 2 a.m. in the street.
There is something always during my tour, because in our tours, I don't talk only about ancient Egypt, but I'm trying as much as I can to give the complete
Mhm.
picture of ancient Egypt and modern Egypt, our life, and tarara until the end. Long
Yeah.
story short, in Egypt, there are only specific groups who can hold a pistol: officers, judges, security guy, and that's it.
Mm,
If I am a regular civilian, have a
mm,
pistol, this is 25 years and you will be classified as a terrorist.
Mm.
If you have a white weapon like a knife, this could be like from 5 to 10 years if you hold such kind of weapons. So from this part, no, it's completely safe. And actually, as I told you, 2 in the morning and 1 in the morning, you can walk in the street in a completely safety.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I have
No, that
never,
does answer my question.
I have never felt a fear there. I've always felt very comfortable. The Egyptian people are welcoming and happy, and they uh, always want, visitors to be satisfied. right? And they ask a lot of things. Are you happy? Did you like your meal? They're always outreaching in a positive manner. So I feel very comfortable there. I'm not worried at all. I know we're going to go. We're going to be there, and you'll welcome us.
Me and Sandy, we did not only experience a tour that we are only in a tourism bus in five stars hotel. We walk on the streets in Middle Egypt, in the poor villages. We had experience that we were in a hospital where no one was speaking English, and how the people were dealing with Sandy and how they loved her. So uh, it's not because I'm Egyptian, but really Egypt is 100% safe and like one of the safest place in the whole world.
Yeah. Well, and thank you for clarifying that. And then I guess we can wrap up today with final invites. Who do you feel like is a really great fit to join this group? To both of you. I have this question for you and for you, Sam.
Well, I have a question. I have an answer. I know that the group that is accumulating right now, we're almost full. We're almost full. Sam, I like to have small little groups.
I
I
know.
find it easy, more compatible for everyone. So I think I have about two spots left. And I'd say that if you're willing and wanting to find some like-minded people to go far away to a different continent, and you know me, and people that are coming in know me, and some people that are coming in I've never even met in person, uh, that most of these people have never been to Egypt, and it's always been on their list. So if you feel that you are drawn and you know me or know of me, and you like what I do, I 100% trust Sam with all of the people that will go with me, and I can't stress enough. And I don't know when I'm going to come back again, so I have these dates, you know, clipped out for us, and I welcome anyone to sit with me and have a complimentary retreat call to see if you're a fit for this. But to be open-minded. To want to have this history, to maybe we'll do some reading ahead of time, but you're always available for questions. I know you do some Reiki practices on the Dahabi on the boat when somebody was having a back problem. You do the sound bowls for us, and it's just a magic. You've created magic in a magical land. So
Thank you, Sandy, so much. But it's not only one person thing. It's not one the energy of only me. It's me and everyone in the group. This is how we create all of us. It's not one person work. It had never been one person work.
no,
It's a group work.
right.
And to whom this tour? I can say that this tour for those who had first of all, of course, it will be clean heart, wisdom seeker, light seeker, who really are trying to have this monkey jumping in your brain for many things because you need to make it stop a little bit and you need to start from scratch. So Egypt has this kind of ability that it can fix all these parts, it can connect all the dots for you. And then when you leave the part where you are and you come to Egypt, your vision will start to be different. And I'm not talking about the vision that it could see a lot of things not on its right way, the vision of the eyes, but it's going to open your heart and give you another vision. So, and in the end, you will see if you were destined to come to Egypt, no matter what, you will come. So relax. Just to trust your heart and listen to your heart, and that's it.
Yeah.
And see
Yeah.
how it will work.
Right.
And you'll be very well taken care of between these
Uh,
two wonderful guides.
as I told you, that for every person he has two homes, where he come from and Egypt.
That's
So
wonderful.
so they are
Thank you,
more than welcome
Sam.
anytime. You're more
Thank
than
you
Yeah.
welcome.
so much.
Our spiritual tour guide. And I recognized that after our first retreat when I found you again on, well, WhatsApp or because we're in communication. It was like, oh, now he's the Egyptologist spiritual tour guide. I love that
Perfect.
because you are. You take us on the ground, but higher up and deep below. So you take us everywhere and you answer every single question. You take care of every single one of our needs and wants and desires. I really appreciate that. And I'm
My
looking forward
absolute an
to
honor.
bringing my group back. Oh,
Thank you. And before I hang up, I would like to show you something as an appetite that we are just going to warm up, right? Look at that.
yeah. Can you see?
Way out
Yeah, one's
in the
lit
middle
up.
light, right?
Yeah,
I see it.
yeah,
They
The
look
pyramid
purple there, the pyramids. Yeah,
yeah,
with the full moon.
yeah.
lovely.
And
That's beautiful.
if anyone has any question, I'm all ears and
Yeah.
please ask and you shall receive.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Sam. We appreciate your time and we shall see you soon.
See you soon, Sam.